a lot of bot tokens. It's HLX H420 has been like that quite often as well.
I just realized I wasn't streaming to my community. By goodness! So now we're streaming to the Baby DragonX YouTube, which is a tiny little baby. It really is. But the JC Tech Future, I mean, we do have a decent following on there. So I was just thinking, wait a minute, what am I forgetting? I knew there was something. So there we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was
anything
going
else?
to say, Ollie, when you were talking about the concept and the tweaking, and you wouldn't be surprised to see it come up somewhere else. So it's almost like you've got a crystal ball over there. It's what else do you see in this crystal ball? Tell us what else you see there.
What I see, actually, you know something I do see? I do see a nice future for the Blaze protocol.
Okay.
All right. So every day the auction, since actually I'll show the chart quickly first.
Yeah,
this was around day 365 of the Blaze protocol. So 8%. We were sitting at, I'm flicking through a lot of stuff here. Let's see, 1 second. If we go to holders of Blaze, we still have 81% of the supply locked up in the staking contract. We have almost 9% in one of the liquidity pools, another 1% in the other liquidity pool. Element has actually got 0.5% in the liquidity in its liquidity pool. So Blaze is a very, very scarce asset. After 400 and something days of emissions, it's still extremely, extremely rare out there. There's not a lot of it on the market, and it only takes about $650 each day to close this ROI out to zero. So $650 approximately, it's maybe slightly less than that, worth of ETH coming into this protocol each day to close this ROI to zero. Now, whenever I mentioned this a few weeks back, there was some days 100% getting left on the market. So the first person to come in and sell their Blaze that they got in the auction was getting a really, really nice, healthy ROI every day. And that's what was happening after day 365 around here. Nobody was paying attention for a few weeks, including, as I mentioned last week, the team of 8 that was Blaze before. We were kind of in a, like a landlock where we couldn't, get anything moving to help this protocol, to build on top of this protocol to help it. So you can see it was just dragging. And this is the point where Utah and myself have kind of taken over. It got an initial bit of a pump, and then again, like everything, we were kind of going sideways. Hopefully, this is, the end of the downside. Not financial advice, where I am actively working to promote and work and build and help this protocol as a co-owner with Utah. So the crystal ball, I'm kind of hoping that maybe next week, this is a thing, whenever we builders do go quiet, and usually it's because we're working our fucking asses off. Something is out there that's eating into our time. So hopefully next week, the crystal ball says that next week we'll probably have some announcements of things that are actually going to bring some utility to Blaze. Because there's a lot can be done out there. There's a lot of partnerships can be made. There are many, many ways out there to give utility to tokens. So we've got a few things cooking that, within the TitanX ecosystem, they haven't really been seen before or done before. So, we've got a lot of, hopefully next week, we can start announcing some of these things we've been working on in the background. So I would like to see, it doesn't take much economic energy to start buying up some of these Blaze tokens. About 6,500 get emitted in the auction each day at the minute. About 6,500. It's down to 6,355. That's all comes out each day. So whenever it gets some really tasty, juicy utility, 6,000 tokens at around 7 cents a piece is not a lot to be if it can be utilized in a good potentially good, exciting, fun, ROIing type of way, these emissions are still could be extremely low.
So is the Blaze token is a zero tax token?
Yeah, zero tax. Yeah.
All righty, great to hear. There's some foreshadowing for you. Great to hear.
Utah's up. Did I bring him on
Hey,
stage?
Utah, saw you roll in here.
Yay! How's it going, guys? I had to come in here to fight some FUD warrior.
That's what we need. You gotta have a FUD warrior.
Tired of that shit, man. Anyway, yeah, it's good. It's good to be here. Good to see you guys. Been a while since I've been on stream with you guys. Yeah, James over here dropping little nuggets about no tax tokens are beneficial in the future. That always gets me intrigued.
Yeah, the way that I word it is zero tax tokens will have the ability to have immense value in the new utility platform. Immense value. So if you're a tax token, you're collecting tax, that's all right. You got to stand over in this court. You got to stand over in this queue. But if you are a no tax token, there can be some amazing things you'll be able to do on this new platform. And we're so close. We're very, very close. In fact, we have selected our first auditor. We're just waiting because there's 6,000
It's not official. It's not official.
So you're okay. I'll grant you that. We are close to selecting our first auditor, of which we'll have two. And there's 5,500 plus lines of code and all that type of thing. So yeah, but when the platform is 100% ready for public testnet, which it's pretty much ready for public testnet,
2 weeks.
And the auditor has started. Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, you know the 2 weeks meme. 2 weeks. I think it's gonna be less than 2 weeks. I'm gonna go on record and say I think it's gonna be less than 2 weeks.
I'm sticking to my 2 weeks, but can't go wrong.
Yeah, you see,
weeks.
I'm looking forward to finding out what this is, because anything that I think that is a big thing that we really need is pushing things to do with the coins that we have. Yeah, I'm all for building more, absolutely all for building more. But if there's one thing just with Blaze especially, it's that it is the kind of token that needs utility. It was built to be a staking protocol. That was the utility that was given to it. It was the thing that was utilized. It was utilized for, as you can see in that. I think at the height, we had like 87% of that token that came onto the market staked, and it's a perfect example of a token that needs utility. It's not a meme token. It had a utility that kind of closed off a little bit. You can still stake, but the rewards aren't as good as they were in the early days. Now that staking, you're going to get much benefit from the diamond hand pool, but it's utility is what it needs. Use cases. If I have Blaze, what can I use it for? What can be done with it? So I'm looking forward to seeing what the 6-pack brings out. But I'm also, like I say, looking forward to just finding other things that we can put in place to utilize, for example, the Blaze token with. But I think that utility is a massive, important part of where we're going with not just our builds, but the tokens.
We were talking. Oh, go ahead, dude.
I mean, you showed 80% of it staked. I would say you successfully. That would, if that's the use case, is for staking and earning ETH. I'd say that's been very successful. And yeah, the rewards are lower, but so is the token price. You can get much more shares for cheaper than you could in the beginning. So there's that trade-off as well. But yeah, I love it. I'm a Diamond Hand ticket holder, so I'm really looking forward to additional use case and a reason for people to go in to buy this token again. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, there's definitely been a little bit more speculation. That like I say, that ROI in the auction was sitting every single day, positive. I've seen it most days this week close out to zero, and you'd wonder why anybody would bother going and participating if something is going to show a zero ROI. But it's kind of because you don't get hit with slippage if you don't get hit with any slippage for your tokens, and it kind of you kind of gauge just what you're getting as well. So. What were we going to say, Utah?
I was gonna say that on our call earlier today we were discussing use cases for Blaze, and I had totally already, because I have a short term memory, forgot about the 6-pack project. But I mean, I still don't know what we're gonna do with it. But James is over here telling me, if you got a non-tax token, it'll be beneficial for you. So there's some kind of opportunity there for a use case for Blaze. So there's quite a few that we've been discussing, and so yeah, that's pretty exciting. And I don't think people realize how few tokens are available daily now versus what it was. I think we're probably close to 30% less tokens available daily than there was at launch. So that's pretty exciting. And we are still at around 66% stake, so we're at 2/3.
No,
So
it's still
that's
80%. Utah 81% still staked.
is it?
Yep,
Then we need to get our bot fixed in our chat. Oh yeah.
81.
Wow, that's solid. Big time.
Yeah. I mean, there's the top holder barely has 1%. And then below that, which I recognize that wallet. But can you scroll down a little bit? What did some of the other top holders have? Like 0.5%? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
that's half a percent only. 20 with 1%. What's
that's
the 20?
12,000 tokens.
No, the price is wrong. Etherscan has the price
Oh.
wrong. I wish it was worth $1.75. But here, this is another interesting thing as well. It's just the amount of holders. The number of holders hasn't really gone down or hasn't gone up. Everybody that's here, and I was looking at a number of different tokens in TitanX and comparing. The holder numbers really aren't going down. I would like to think that if we get any sort of run at all, that all these holder numbers are just going to go up for a while. There's not really many sellers left. And for a token that we're trying to breathe some life back into, 440 holders, 450 holders, it's a nice baseline to be starting from. There is a community there. It just needs a little bit of a fucking spark or something to really kick a little bit of life into it. Inferno's another one, has over 1,000 holders of the token still. That is, that's a decent sized community, and there are some fairly substantial holders of that token still. In dealing and sort of discussing with a couple of different projects about how can I be using their platforms to give utility to the tokens that I'm promoting here, Blaze and Inferno. One of the questions that somebody asked me, they asked was, why would you not just start a new protocol? Why would you not just start a new protocol? Why bother going back to something old? One, I don't give up on things, and that's part of one fucking reason. I'm still a holder and a participant in both protocols, but that too was that I do firmly believe that there's a fucking solid community behind both tokens. Most people that are in Blaze, I've never really heard anybody that's been participating in Blaze really say, even though the price chart would say, it's like a down forever, looks like a down forever. Nobody's ever really kicked off and said, fuck, I hate Blaze, such a shit protocol. I have seen Darko on complaining about how shit Inferno has been, but at the same time, that's part of the reason. I firmly believe it's a cracking meme. It's got other protocols still built on it. We have a nice chunky liquidity pool on Pulse Chain on base, and I will be now working my ass off to promote these things, build for these things, add utility. So that's the reasoning behind why I wouldn't build something new. I will do firmly believe that both those tokens, Blaze and Inferno, as do many of the other tokens in the TitanX ecosystem, they've got a fucking solid community behind them. And yeah, we're still kicking along a little bit sideways now, but I firmly believe that's not going to happen for much longer.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you support your protocols that you've already built? I mean, to me, dude's the master at it. I mean, every single thing that he's built benefits Helios in one way or another. You know, at the end of the day, and benefits their community and their treasury and their DAO. So, kudos to him. And I think a lot of time when these people come out and they just start FUDing, quit building, you're doing this, you're doing that, blah blah blah. Like James said, there's about 10 different things that they can complain about, and they do. But one thing that people need to consider is that we're not just building this for the people that are here right now. We expect massive growth. We want to have all these different things for everybody that's going to come in. I mean, I'm thinking we easily 10x the holders, and we want to have this utility and all these things here for the next wave of users that are coming into this ecosystem. So I think people just lose sight of it. They only see what they see right now. It's like, this is not our destiny. Like, this isn't what you're seeing right now is the worst of the worst. Like, you have no clue. You got to have a little bit of vision to be in this game and build for what, the people that are coming. I don't know. I get frustrated sometimes. I just get so tired of it.
Yeah,
I think that was really well put, Utah. I mean, the way you said it there at the beginning, it's not where we are today. It's where we're going. It's where we're headed, and where we're going to be tomorrow. And we are, we may borrow from some of that tagline there. I really love what you said, because we do firmly believe that this utility platform will bring in people that have no idea about TitanX. They'll have no idea what TitanX is or X28, and they won't necessarily even care until some of them will learn about it and say, oh, look at this thing over here. What's this? What's this? This is where it all came from. So the TitanX Six-Pack Club utility platform is this. This is where it was birthed from. And this is why it's so fair, and it's going to be so successful, and it's going to be very appealing. So, good points, Utah. Very, very good points.
Yeah.
And I'd like to borrow. We're gonna borrow some of those marketing points.
Like before TitanX did its run up last year, the run up August, September, October. I mean, a lot of people were saying the same kind of things before. TitanX was fucking absolute dog shit back then, and then we run a 10x. All the protocols are all popping. Well, more stuff was starting to get built then, more so than things popping off. But yeah, it's like there's almost 150 people watching here today, and we're not really doing anything differently now than we were a year ago. We're still here, still doing it. But when the hype comes, we are fucking here, and we are absolutely ready. We have, other things ready to go. We've got use cases ready to go. We've got streaming platforms ready to go. We've got knowledge, experience. We know how to deal with a lot of the things that will come. 4,000 or 5,000 people watching the streams again. I do see that coming too. Whenever you start to get pumping, and we are. The foundation is there, and we're built, and we're ready. We're fucking ready for all this. We have answers for everything. We can teach beginners. We can teach fucking everybody everything they need to know about this ecosystem. And now we've got all the stuff happening over on Pulse Chain as well. Got also happening over on Base. We've even got stuff on Binance. I don't know whether there's anything built out quite as extensively and well as or anything like it out there. But yeah, we're fucking ready. That's my point. We're ready for it.
Yes.
Well put.
Yes.
Well put. Love your energy. I absolutely love it. That's one great thing about you, Ali. It's not just that you've got vision and you care about the community and you create some really cool freaking memes, but your energy level, woo! I remember some of those walks you would take, you'd be outside and I would think somebody's going to tackle him and like pull him down and like think he's out there he's just out of control just because
I gotta get,
and
I
I
gotta
get
get
it though. I
back to
get it.
doing more of that shit. You gotta get back there and enjoy that stuff. All right, when you start wrapping up, you need to cut it at an hour
Sure.
tonight. James, do you want to touch on anything else you've got going on there? Or quick update on some of your protocols.
So we turned on scale, we turned back the tax, and because there were a lot of people saying, hey, I want to bridge some things over and I want to make some more, I want to make some moves with scale. So we turned the scale tax back from 6% down to 1.5%, the reflections. So we're going to turn that back up. So now you had your 2 weeks to make all those moves. And we did notice people moving, people did buy more actually. And then they bridged it and all those other interesting things. So the scale protocol will have its reflections turned back up.
Can I butt in? I want to butt in there a second and just mention to get your thoughts on this. A lot of the TitanX ethos and especially Blaze was, decentralization, no admin keys suck, all this. And I've seen a lot of people put so much time and effort and focus on removing as many admin keys as they can, and I understand it. I totally get it. But this is a perfect example for me of a reason to have admin keys, to have flexibility. If a builder's there and a builder can be trusted to do the best for his protocol and his protocol and his community and his holders, I don't see any problem with admin keys at all. This is a perfect example for me of where being able to tweak things gives your protocol advantages rather than disadvantages.
Yeah.
Really good points.
Yeah. And HLX, that's why I have the DAO, because that's the whole point. Is it's the best of both worlds, where you can have the customization, the admin keys, but it's still not one single point of like control. It's not me that holds those admin keys. It's a safe wallet with 5 signatures. So there's 5 people. James is one of them on the DAO.
That motherfucker.
Yeah. So we can pivot. We can make these adjustments. We do have these admin keys, but it's not just me. I can't just decide to do whatever I want. It's got to go to a community vote. It's got to get signed off by 3 out of the 5 members of the DAO. To me, like, that is the perfect balance between immutable and admin keys, is having that safe wallet.
Yeah, I agree, man. So sorry to cut you off there, James. Just wanted to bring that up when you were mentioning that about scaling the tax back.
Yeah, I mean, I did definitely appreciate it. So there's really the only other big news is the TitanX 6-Pack Club utility platform, and as Dude says, 2 more weeks. Yeah, we can't wait. It's not a commitment to 2 weeks, but we're just so close. We've already sent the repos out to a handful of auditors. I think we're going to select this first auditor. I don't know. We probably will. We've all worked with some of these auditors before, and it's a platform. This is not a protocol. This is a platform. Yeah. So it's going to take a while. These audits are going to take 3 to 4 weeks each.
Yeah, and I'll add on to that this is a platform for the entire crypto community. The TitanX, or specifically the X28 ecosystem, they get special benefits, but it's really geared towards anybody and everybody. And we're here to show everyone what fair is. So
will Smooth and Crypto Awesome be streaming again?
Oh my God, they're not going to stop. Yeah, they're literally cramped. They're chomping at the bit. When Dude and I were on a call for 4.5 hours, they were on the first 3 hours. They cannot wait to start streaming. They cannot wait to start streaming, and we can't wait too. We can't wait also.
Yeah,
right,
we've
Dude,
got.
Go ahead. You got anything else you want to mention?
Just there's all of us are not afraid to get on stream and go talk about it. So it will definitely be a divide and conquer situation. We all have different aspects of this platform that we love, and we'll be talking about. And yeah, I'm so excited about it. Really am.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because even between all those channels, there's probably quite a number of different. You'd be flicking down your X feed, and if everybody's streaming, if everybody's putting if you are putting out streams where there are a number of you on as well, it'd be hard to flick past something. You see 6 different people streaming it live. You're going to stop and have a little listen at one stage or another.
Yep.
I'll add one last thing. So there are 12 chains where the V4 hook for Uniswap is on. 12 different EVM chains. And we intend to be on all of them on a controlled rollout. So this is not just an Ethereum or a Base or an Arbitrum or an Optimism or, World Chain. Can you believe World Chain, Binance, BNB Chain? So there's 12 of them. Unfortunately, Pulse Chain doesn't have a V4. Do they have a V3? Does Pulse Chain have a V3?
Not Pulse X, but 9mm does.
9mm has a Pulse X. Yeah, 9mm does. So the heart of our protocol is the V4 Uniswap hook, which is you can do some unbelievable things with it. So any EVM chain that has the V4 hook, we're going to be on it at one point or another. So we'll start off slow, and then as things go well, we will roll out to those other chains, and we're going to cap. That's why when Dude says this is not just an Ethereum type community or just a Titanx, all those EVM chains, and some of them are well known for memes, and some of them don't have enough memes on them, and some of them don't have enough utility platforms on them, or they're just getting started. Well, now here we come. And all of it's going to benefit X28.
Sounds pretty damn serious. On that note, X28 will lead into Utah is the X28 Super Bull. Anything you want to add before we start wrapping up, Utah? Oh yeah, you see what he's going to say there. He's going to give the
Oh
spiel.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I told you buy that billion X28 for $95. Right? I told
He's going to
you.
get that on his fucking gravestone. The legend of Utah.
Yeah.
The legend of Utah. He bought fucking X28 for less than $1 billion X28 for less than $100. What
I told everybody on Sunday Spaces to do it because everybody was just, man, we were butchered. Oh my God, it was so bad. We were at the lows on everything. And I was like, hey, you can buy $1 billion X28, and they're just like,
Jake will be back. He's going to start
even
again. You think he launched X28 just to fucking leave it out there? Fuck no.
What? Yeah, So you're telling me the founder of Titanx launched an omni-chain token just let it sit there, lose its peg and lose its value and not do anything with it? Whatever.
He specifically said in his tweet that he is building that will support X28. Like, how more straightforward and clear can you be? Why is there FUD about it? I don't. It's funny. Yeah.
It is funny because it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's still a lot of doubt, I guess, and it's like, well, you could just buy Titanx on discount if you buy X28, but it's so weird because like the speculation's where the money's made.
Yeah.
And
we can tell you firsthand that legitimate large platform takes a lot of time and energy. So it's not like Jake's just dicking around. I mean, I think he's building something great, and that something great takes time. So
yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, so X28 is the chosen one. I still stand by. It.
I
got your back, Utah. I got you.
Thanks, man.
I'm with you. I'm right there with you.
And there's so many good ways to use that burn just by you dropping it in, plug and play into your protocol. And you don't have to take any economic value from entering the protocol. You can just swap whatever Titanx you're using in the protocol for X28, and then you can use, then you're burning Titanx but you're still keeping all of the value that comes into the protocol, and that alone, we've done it with stacks, and man, it's beautiful. I love it. But yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready for this whole freaking alt season. I'm ready for all of it. You know, they're not making it easy. The big money's here. The big boys are here.
Yeah.
Don't give up your tokens to these guys. They're just trying to wear us out. I know they are, man. They don't like the fact that a few of us front ran them. So if you're here now, man, you're early. We front ran them. We're not selling. Just hold, and it's coming. They can delay it for a while, but they can't delay it forever.
I don't want to share that comment. Dude in Utah dragging me along, kicking and screaming. Yep. I think everybody's going to be dragged. Well, everybody's going to be dragged in eventually. So just go with it, Rich. I know you're doing a lot for X28 as well. So, okay. On that note, we shall, just as Pablo is saying hello, we will say goodbye. No, here. All right. Cheers for the 150 people tuned in tonight.
Thank you, all of you.
Cheers to you. Cheers, James and Dude, for turning up again. We'll be back on next week. We'll definitely take another quick look at what's happening with the Janus Tower number 28. And like I say, hopefully me and Utah will be on, and we'll have some, tangible updates for the Blaze ecosystem. So yeah, cheers you three for turning up again tonight.
Cheers.
Always a pleasure.
Utah. All right, yes. Thanks everybody for tuning in again. It was a little bit off the cuff. We had no real plan for the stream tonight, but I think that was like always. There definitely is alpha that comes from these streams. There's definitely things worth paying attention to every single week. So hopefully everybody that tuned in tonight either learned something or has a little bit more information on one of the protocols that they've been following, or learned something about anything that me or any of the other guests tonight have been chatting about. Definitely do go and check out app.blaze.win and see if you can get yourself some of that 38% left in the auction today. And we'll be back next week, hopefully a little bit more organized, with a little bit more of a plan, a little bit more time, and some announcements next week, and maybe a few new guests. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Hold on to your freaking bags. It's just another small dip, and we are all, without doubt, gonna make it.
Titan Blaze, the OG we cheer, paying Ethereum dividends, the future's here. 288 days, the cycle's our quest. Ticket holder shine, we're the best. Countdown's close, just a few days to glow. Titan Blaze stakers, let's steal the show. Ethereum dividends flow, our hearts ignite. United we stake in the starry night. 87%, the finish line calls. Blaze tokens staked, we break down walls. OG legacy shines, rewards take flight. Together we claim our cosmic might. Titan Blaze, our journey's the key. With every stake token, we're wild and free. 288 days, our future's in view. Stakers united, we see it through.